Okay, we're here with a band called The Host Country, which is Diana Garles and Ty Wistrand. Did I get those right?
Yep, that's right.
Great, okay. So how long have y'all been together as a band?
Formally, probably since
Let's see,
March.
as a band,
As a band.
like a year.
How long is a duo?
We've been playing together since we were at the University of Northern Iowa together.
College.
And we would just
It's
play.
been 3 or 4 years almost, I think.
Yeah. We never necessarily meant for it to turn into anything.
It just kind of did. Ty played, we talked about, oh, we both play music. Oh, we should do it sometime, and then he played me this amazing song because he's an awesome songwriter. And I was like, hey, we should hang out,
So we played open mic nights every now and then during the week at some Irish pubs in Waterloo. Which is nearby. Yeah. But then, I don't know. A little while after that, we decided it was actually worth pursuing.
Actually, the song Reasons and Rhymes that we recorded here, that was actually the first song that we worked up together. And we played it over and over and over again because we liked it so much. And it was such like an epiphany of, oh, we
can actually
harmonize well together. And, because his voice is very different from mine, but together it kind of seemed to work, so.
And then we started like really getting gigs as the Host Country. Probably, I think our first one was probably March of 2011. Yeah, after I'd moved already to Des Moines, so.
I used to play in a band that was on the Not As Authentic Records label, and so we kind of knew those guys, and we're elbowing them, like, hey, can we tag along sometime?
They were very helpful in letting us play and recording some songs in the studio that they do their stuff at, so that was really helpful and generous of them, and really helped to kind of push us along and
so now we can actually play shows and not be like, ooh. Yeah. I mean, I've done it before, but we had that together before, so.
Yeah.
Are we battling? I think we're battling.
It's okay.
Edit.
No, not going to edit anything.
Oh, gosh.
So, where does the name The Host Country come from?
That actually, we were racking our brains for a long time trying to come up
there was
with a
like
good
one
name.
night that we were like, what about this? We were
spent
throwing
like
out
an hour
all
and a
this
half.
stuff.
We couldn't figure anything out. But I actually finally
Googling
figured it out
stuff.
one day while I was at work because it was during the summer that the World Cup was going on, and I love World Cup soccer. And they would mention whichever country was hosting it was the host country for the World Cup. And I heard that name, and it sounded really interesting. And so I did a Google search to see if it was taken already, and it wasn't. And so I called her up and asked her if she liked it, and she did because she'd actually just studied abroad in Brazil.
I was an exchange student actually in college and in high school, and I was like, oh, I have a host family. I have actually multiple, so it kind of worked. So we just decided to go with that since we had 50 other possibilities.
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a standard question for every band.
Sure.
Right.
Unless it's just something real obvious.
Well, yeah, like.
It was like our names.
Yeah, no kidding. Ty and Diana.
Where'd you get that name?
Yeah.
We were going with tie-dye. We were going to do it, but we didn't.
That's
such a lie.
So how does your songwriting process work? Can you talk about that a little bit?
It really varies. Sometimes it's the words and the idea that come first, and I'll put the music to it, or sometimes vice versa. I'll just start playing around something and come up with something that goes with it. I don't know.
I kind of do that the same way individually, but I think together, a lot of times I come into Ty's songs because he has a really good bass, and he does a lot of finger picking and things that just make it easier for me to kind of come in and bring keyboard to instead of the other way around for some reason. So personally, I think that's how it kind of works out for the host country.
A lot of the stuff is ideas that we'll come up with on our own, and then we'll send them to each other since Diana's still in Cedar Falls and I'm in Des Moines.
Skype band practice.
Yeah. We don't have a ton of time to get together and work over stuff, so we just kind of send the ideas back and forth, and we work on them individually. And then, so when we are able to get together, we're already familiar with what ideas we've sent each other, and then we can really build on them at that point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right.
It's kind of quite an electronic process, but it works somehow.
Whatever works.
We practice at our gigs. That's what we do.
You have gigs so you can practice.
Yes, exactly. Oh, we have a show. Good. We can practice.
Okay. So I understand you've got an EP.
Yes, we do. We released that in May, I think, 2011, and it's a 5-song EP that recorded at the Sonic Factory Studios
in
Des Moines. Yep, and it's available on iTunes for $4.99, and or you can purchase it at any of our shows that you can make it to.
I think we have some left.
Yeah,
So,
we got some left.
So get some. Yeah, I know.
What's the
Or just
name?
let us
What's the name of it?
Actually, it's just we just called it
Just
EP.
EP.
Yeah, just really simple. Just
'Cause
EP, so people know what
I
it
don't
is.
know if we thought of that.
We really didn't
We
think
were just,
through
it's
it very
like
well.
the host country and then EP.
Yeah,
I
so
think on iTunes it's Big E, Little P. Actually,
it looks kind of like that,
it looks like Ep.
but
So we'll
yeah.
call it Ep.
So
Nothing
people
special
search
to
the
that.
host country on iTunes.
Absolutely, yeah. Search host country and it'll come up with a picture of the album art, and our 5 songs are the first 5 that are listed on there.
Yeah, and if they're not sure, they can go to our Facebook page too, and we have songs to listen to on there. So
Okay. So tell me all the places you can be found online.
We can be found on Facebook.
Facebook.
That's the primary source right now
Yeah.
until we get our website up. And then
Twitter.
we have Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter
and iTunes.
and iTunes. Yep.
And
I'm
I
sure
mean, we're both
some-
on Facebook. You can just
Separately, yeah. You can find us and be our
We're
friends
pretty
too if
easy
you want.
too. Yeah.
And then I'm sure at some point we'll really build a MySpace page and start using that again, but we haven't really done much.
We're
with that
also
right now.
on Locusic.
Oh yeah,
No, you can't really.
Locusic, which is like a Des Moines local Pandora
Pandora
like
station.
startup, and it's just local bands that you can listen to, and
the Des
we're in the
Moines
folk genre of that. So find us in there. A lot of other good bands in the area. So
Okay. Good. Well, before we wrap up here, what do you want to leave our viewers with? Final thoughts.
I guess I would just say I hope.
Find us online and talk to us, and
Yeah.
we like do new stuff and meet new people
Please
and
come
play
see
new
shows,
places.
and
So yeah,
we
come
hope you
see
enjoy
us.
the music. And if you do, please let us know and come out and say hi sometime.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, great. Thanks so much for being on Insider Sessions.
thank you.
Sure, thank you.